In this project, I'll blink 2 LEDs. In Embrio, this is almost as easy as blinking 1 LED. I'll start with the results of the last tutorial where I controlled 1 LED with a potentiometer, and just add another LED and potentiometer the same way. I plug this new LED into digital pin 5, and the new potentiometer into pin A3. I have the Blink LED speed control project open in Embrio. I save a copy of the project and call it Blink 2 LEDs speed control. I already have the node set up to blink an LED with a potentiometer controlling the speed, so I'm just going to make another copy for my new LED. Between the input and output nodes, there are 4 nodes. I don't want to have another copy of all these 4 nodes, so I'm going to turn these nodes into a function. I select all 4 of these nodes by holding down the Shift key and either clicking on each node or dragging a box around them. I cut these nodes by using the right-click menu or by pressing Ctrl-X on the keyboard. In the tree view, I right-click on the Agents folder and select New Function. A new blank node screen shows up. I paste the nodes onto it by pressing Ctrl-V on my keyboard or using the right-click menu. I also rename the function to Speed Controlled Blink by either right-clicking on it in the tree and selecting Rename, or by middle-clicking on it. I go back to my agent and move the 2 remaining nodes closer together. I drag a copy of the new function onto the screen from the project tree. This added a node without any inputs or outputs. I go back to the function node screen by either selecting its tab or by double-clicking on its node. Next to the inputs and outputs on nodes, there are some button icons. The one on the left makes that input or output exposed to other agents. I click on that icon for the activation input on the transform number node and the activation output on the switch. In the bottom right of the screen is a button that says Save and Update Function Instances. I click on that to save my function and update the node on the agent screen. If I go back to the agent, I can see that my function node now has an input and output. I connect up the input and output nodes to it, and now my program is working again. Now, to finish my project, I select these 3 nodes, make a copy by pressing Ctrl-C or using the right-click menu, then paste a copy using Ctrl-V or the menu. Finally, I have to change the pin numbers on the new nodes. On the input node, I select pin A3, and on the output node, I select pin 5. Then I refresh the connection program. Now both LEDs blink and can each be controlled by its own potentiometer.